What I learned from birth to 3 is most important to me, and what I learned from 4 to 5 is what makes me thrive. This rhyme shows that children learn more from birth to 3 years old than they ever will in life. This time in life is incredibly important for learning. For the past 2 years, I have worked at the Louisiana Tech Early Childhood Education Center on campus. This job has been such a blessing to me. I've gotten to learn a lot about development in children and a lot about the early education of children. I'll also graduate soon with a bachelor's degree in family and child studies. Today I'll be talking about why a good preschool education is important in a child's life. I will explain the social, educational, and physical aspects that they learn through preschool. In preschool, most of the education a child receives should be through play. Whether it's by themselves, with an adult, or with their peers, play teaches them about the world around them. So many questions I've asked include basically, what is play? Play can be defined as the free will choice of a child to engage in an activity. It's not something that a teacher says, go do this, go write your name. It's something that the child learns to do themselves. For the first point, I'll explain the social benefits that attending preschool has on a child. Children use this time to explore different roles, such as pretending to be a king on a throne of blocks or a teacher reading a book to his or her students. Other roles that the child may take may be in like the dramatic play area of preschool, where they get to act out a kitchen and they get to cook and they get to serve each other meals. They may choose to be a father or a mother and rock a baby. They may be a younger sibling, anything like that. And they also may be pets or other animals. And in the book, Children, Play, and Development, the author talks about psychologist Ruth Hartley's several functions of dramatic play. These include the imitation of adults, intensification of a real-life role, and the reflection of home life experiences. There are many others that she includes, but these are the 3 that were most significant to preschool. Also, having interactions with each other allows them to learn how it is acceptable to act or talk. So they're learning the social roles subscribed to us by society. And that includes how the proper response is to your parents when they ask you a question. They may be around another student at school that says yes ma'am to their parent and they may pick up on that, or says yes ma'am to a teacher and they may pick up on that. This also could include interactions with a younger sibling that they have at home, or an older sibling as well. It could be that they learn how to pet a pet that's at home through what they see another child doing with a stuffed animal. Also, having in the article Play in the Preschool Classroom, its socio-emotional significance and the teacher's role in play, the author states that in play with peers, children's negotiation and problem-solving skills are promoted. So to explain this a little bit, they may be in a situation where they want a toy and the other child has it. Well, it is not acceptable for the child to grab the toy and hurt the other child to get it. And they learn that through the response of the other child. They may say, that hurts, don't do that. And the child may be like, oh, I need to step back and reevaluate what I need to say. Of course, their thought process is a little bit different than that. But they'll say, like, can I have that toy, please? And they'll learn that through the reaction of their peers, through the guidance of their teachers or parents that may be in the classroom. So next, I will explain the physical benefits of attending preschool. The results of the study, titled Physical Activity, Self-Regulation, and Early Academic Achievement in Preschool Children, suggests that play may have a positive effect on academic achievement. So this article explained that through allowing the children to play more in preschool instead of just learning things and having teacher-directed activities, they were able to actually develop better physically and more beneficially, and it also benefited them later throughout their school years. During these preschool years, they learn and perfect fine motor skills and gross motor skills. So you may be wondering what fine motor skills and gross motor skills are. So fine motor skills are small muscle movements, such as cutting with your hand with scissors, and then writing with a pencil. Gross motor movements are larger muscle movements, such as running, riding a bike, jumping, skipping, things like that. These are all things that the children might use during play, even if it is quote-unquote academically beneficial, like writing or using scissors. So gross motor skills and fine motor skills are very much learned through play activities, and they can learn from each other through these play activities. So finally, I'm going to talk about the educational benefits of preschool. W. Stephen Barnett concludes that through his study, that preschool education can produce long-term goals. So this study includes many statistics saying that these children that went through preschool, whether they be developmentally normal, disabled, low socioeconomic status, etc., that these children benefited from preschool in the fact that they had less teenage pregnancies, they had more college experience, less college dropout rates, higher rates of better jobs, more higher paying jobs, and things like that. So it says that they gained in-school success through contributions to cognitive abilities not adequately measured by IQ tests. So they had social benefits from preschool that can't be measured through school tests, state tests, or anything like that. So during this time, the foundational parts of a child's education before kindergarten begins. This time is so crucial for them to learn how to write their name. During this time, they'll start to either read. Some will actually start to read, those without advance. And then if they're not reading by the end of 4, right before they go to kindergarten, they know what a book is. They know which way to hold it. They know to read from left to right. They know which way to turn the pages. And they know that adults can read it, and then they can follow along with pictures. So this will greatly benefit if they have no exposure to books, then they're not going to be able to start kindergarten and be able to open their first assignment and be able to work from it if they don't know to go from left to right, or to sound out vowels and letters and things like that. They also learn how to write their name, which is extremely beneficial in kindergarten, and it begins teaching them how to write the rest of the alphabet. Similar information may be learned, such as what animals lived on farms, or what to do when there's a fire in a building, or what police officers are for. So in conclusion, today I explained the social, educational, and physical benefits that preschool has on the developing child. I showed you that children act out roles to develop socially, sharpen fine motor skills and gross motor skills to increase their physical abilities, and learn basic educational skills to prepare for kindergarten.